Welcome in, everyone. We are back in the studio here for Sports Den. Blythe Whealy alongside the wonderful JW Cox.
Well, thank you. Good to be back with you, too. I mean, it's, we had Rick in here. I did one by myself. It's nice to get everybody back in the studio feel, right?
Yeah, it feels really good, definitely, to be back with our family here at North Metro TV, but we have a lot of action to get to.
It was a busy week. It certainly was. Anytime you've got the rivalry week in hockey, girls hockey, boys hockey, we'll have a lot. And you've got it started right off with the first of two with boys hockey, Blaine and Centennial.
Yeah, definitely an exciting one as the boys of the Blaine Bengals head to take on the Centennial Cougars. This happens to be our first cat clash of the evening. We'll get to say that a few more times here. But in this first one, eyes on Henry Bartle as he nets the first one, opening up the scoring. But this is the second period, so that didn't get to happen right away. But Centennial goes up 1-0. But now Matt Evanson wants a chance. He's off to the races one-on-one with Wallen, and he gets it. The Cougars go up 2-0. The second period seems to be theirs. Can they get another one? They get it back to Matt Evanson, and he wants to show his range. He gets another one, 3-0. Centennial is up. Brody Pass is going to collect this one and try to get something on it, but falls down. But who nets this one for the Cougars? Let's see it. That's Ramirez. And he scores it. Centennial is on a run for sure. Lemire from behind the net in this scrum in front of the goal. That's Bartle getting another goal for his team. The Cougars certainly are unstoppable, it seems. But this one is a wide open, not exactly. Owen Van Tassel, that scrum in front of the net. But Blaine tries to net one, but Jack Fuller gets the clean slate. Centennial wins it 6-0.
It wasn't all Bengals and Cougars. Little Eagles flying in too to take on Centennial in our busy hockey week. Well, Centennial at this point trying for their 6th win in 7 games, taking on Totino Grace at home. And it got started just like that Blaine game did. Early on, Henry Bartle, this time on the power play to put him up 1-0. Still in the first period, more from the Cougars, more on the power play. And again, it's Peyton Blair who scores with the extra skater. And just like that, making the special teams pay off. It's 2-0. Did we say special teams? How about real special teams? Short-handed, in they come with Ike Ankrum. Bang, Henry Bartle finishes backside. An announcer, he sounded like he got pretty excited there. 3-0. Cougars out to the lead, continuing to skate hard. It was a really good first period for Centennial, and they kept it going in the second. Knifing goal in behind the keeper, that time for Ike Ankrum, as they were able to knife that one home and take the 3-0 lead. It'd be 4-0 into the second period. Looking for more, and a snipe shot from Drake Ramirez. Yeah, it was Ramirez again. A good week for him, 5-1. Good game for Leo Troji as well.
The ANOKA Tornadoes take on Spring Lake Park. This one opens up with the Panthers trying to get one. However, recovered by the Tornadoes, and up the ice we go. Ethan Erickson finishes it off for the Tornadoes to get the 1-0 go-ahead goal here early on. The Panthers, Justin Boyd helps them even it out, 1-1 on the ice. As it continues, the Panthers get the puck back and they head up the ice. Boyd didn't want just one, he had to have two before the end of this one. Panthers up 2-1. But before the end of it, the Panthers gonna have another chance, but this time in open net. They slug this one forward. That's Gavin Forja to get that last goal. Spring Lake Park 3-1 over ANOKA.
All right, we took the Cougar Bengal break for Eagles, Little Spring Lake Park, but right back into it. Second time in a week, these two teams meeting, this time at the Ice House. Bengals looking for a little revenge. Less than 7 days later, Cat Clash round 2. Gotta love it. Got the hashtag rolling. Even the Cougars are tweeting about the Cat Clash. But it was the Bengals who were getting things started early. Matt McIntyre in the first. The lone goal in the first period. Cougars in the second, trying to come back on the power play. And they do. Connor Thompson, Lemire, and Bartle with the assists on that power play goal. So it's 1-1. More Bengals, though, in the second. Not done. Finn, can you loft us to a lead? And he would. Finn Loftus with the goal. It's 2-1. Bengals going to the final intermission. They're feeling good at home. They're feeling good enough to go get the first goal of that final period. Matt McIntyre again, a 2-goal game for McIntyre. And with 13 minutes to go, they're up 2, and you're thinking, we can do this at home. Come on, everybody. But the Cougars had other plans. They would start a run that would see them score 4 straight goals. Started with who? Yep, Drake Ramirez. Again, third time we've seen him score against the Bengals. So they got 1 on the board. They're still down a goal. We're going inside, 5 minutes to go. Cougars continue to hack. Right, down, low, in, tight, and a goal. Brody pass. More like Brody score right there to tie the game at 3 apiece. We go to the 3-minute mark. We go to a break down the ice for the speedy Centennial Cougars, looking for the game-winning goal. Back on the wraparound for Ike Ankrum. Yep, they do. They like Ike. Ask your grandparents about that one. That's a pretty good pun right there for Ike Ankrum. 4-3. They weren't even done, though, because the Cougars, I promised you 4 goals. Owen Van Tassel makes good on that promise. Watch him streak in here. I see the puck. Bang, it goes to the back of the net. 5-3 on a flurry of 4 straight goals. A heart-rending loss at home for the Bengals. A lift of a win for the Centennial Cougars as they sweep their rivals on the week. How about that? Look what the Cougars did to pick up those 3 wins that we just saw right there. They're now 11-3-1 in boys hockey, sitting just behind Maple Grove and Andover in the Northwest Suburban Conference. Blaine, still a great record at 9-7, still a great team that played pretty scrappy there against Centennial and just had that flurry at the end. Spring Lake Park, 4 wins in conference, 5 overall as we head towards the home stretch of this regular hockey games. Blythe, what do we got coming up next?
Yeah, taking a look at the schedules for boys hockey, Blaine gonna have 2 away games, Andover on the 11th, and then they'll head to Maple Grove on the 13th. Centennial gonna have some home games, so they'll be taking on Armstrong Cooper Co-op on the 9th and the 11th, Elk River Zimmerman and Spring Lake Park. That last one for our teams will have away and home. So they'll take on Armstrong Cooper the 11th and the 13th, Coon Rapids.
Whew, catching our breath a little bit. How many highlights have we already done? I mean, that's
right?
4 highlights. 4 highlights already. We had our team and, our 2 teams in 2 of them. We got more though, Blythe, if you can believe it. And it's girls hockey this time. Another cat clash. Gotta love it. I love that that's caught on at this point. Another cat clash on the girls version, just 1 this week for girls hockey, Blaine and Centennial. This one, a doozy as well. Right back where we've seen a couple of games already this week. Right back to the Cougar Den at the Centennial Sports Arena for a cat clash. This is the only round of this one on the girls' side. Maddie Anderle, she's had some big goals of late, including game winners to her credit. She gets that one to get things started for Blaine. 1-0 late in the first period. Blaine feeling good. A rush for the Cougars. Megan Gaudreau feeling even better. Diamond wiped that one even more so. Bang, there it goes into the back of the net. So good, you need to see it twice. We're tied at 1 between these 2 tough skating girls hockey teams. From the blue line, sniper shot, in it goes, and the score, 2-1 Bengals. What a big time performance defensively then in the second period that ensued, with them up a goal to give them a chance right here, and bang, to take a 3-1 lead. The Bengals, the Cougars, in a battle, the Cougars not giving up. They would outshoot the Bengals in this game by the tally of 35-24, and yet Haley Hansen was too much at the front of the crease, going 34-35 on saves, and so many chances to hang on to a 3-1 win for the Bengals. 3-1. Bengals get the victory as they meet again. Here's the standings. Centennial off those wins, just trailing Andover. They'll have the shot this week. Coming up in the schedules, we'll see that. So again, I've got one last chance to be right about Centennial and Blaine beating Andover. Didn't work out for Blaine, but they've still got 10 wins on the season. ANOKA Spring Lake Park sitting at 2-12-1. Blythe, what do we got coming up overall on those hockey schedules?
Alrighty, Blaine for the 8th tonight. They'll take on Champlin Park, Coon Rapids. On the 10th at Elk River Zimmerman. And for Centennial, taking on Andover tonight. And then Coon Rapids on Champlin Park. So our last and final co-op, ANOKA Spring Lake Park, going to be taking on Osseo Park Center on the 10th and Andover on the 12th.
Busy schedules to close down hockey, and certainly fun, though. I mean,
Yeah.
There's a lot on the line with a lot of our teams. I mentioned some section seating for both boys and girls, and I think, Blythe, what we learned this week is that our teams are very closely matched. I mean, those were all good games. Yes, the Cougars came out on top in 2 on the boys' side. The Bengals defended their way to the win, but if those two teams meet again in either of these sections, it's going to be pretty intriguing in playoff hockey.
Yeah, certainly. It doesn't feel like winter outside,
No.
but our winter sports are nearing their end. Going to also have a lot of basketball action here for you.
It's March Madness,
Right.
We have it at the high school level, too. Trademark, I guess.
The Panthers took on the ANOKA Tornadoes at ANOKA on the 2nd. Get to see our guys on the road. This one starts out, it's Skelly to the rim, and he gets it to drop. Panthers feeling good. This is Ray up to Skelly. He's able to put up the reverse, but Ray is the one who puts it through. That was an exciting one for sure, but this one up to Namari, and he drains the triple. Get ANOKA back on the board. This one from range, that's Peyton Thompson. The Panthers continue to rally, and that was Federovacious to the rim. The Panthers get the steal. They're going up. This one is going to be O'Gile and Thompson working together to get the bucket. Head to the line for a 3-point play. Skelly passes it up to Kinsey under the rim, but ANOKA Rodriguez bounces it to Housey. They get another one to drop for the Tornadoes. Spring Lake Park gets the steal up to Leifker, who gets the lay-in. That full court run transition game is on. Trey Johnson gonna find Caleb Skelly to put it through. The Panthers feeling good, and Ray gets the steal, and he's gonna take it all the way. Look at that spin move and drops it. The Spring Lake Park Panthers 73 over ANOKA's 50. But you get to see those points there. Ray, 14 points, 8 rebounds. Skelly, 13 points, 7 rebounds. And Thompson, 12 points. So a lot of double digits you get to see there. Kinsey also getting 11 points in that game as well. But Rodriguez on the other side, 17 points, was the guy for the Tornadoes.
Centennial and Coon Rapids also in action last week in boys hoops. This one, we go to our friends at CTN because it took place at Coon Rapids. High-flying team, and they got out to a big-time start. Steal and a bucket on the back end for our Monty Henry. Lays it up, lays it in. We're just minutes in, and it's a 3-point play opportunity. Up 6-0. How about more? The triple goes down for Jordan Doe. Yeah, you know his name. He's right there with the triple. It's 14-0 before the Cougars get on the board. Tommy Palmstein, the nice drive and floater finish. Got within 13 there as the points started tallying up for the Cougars, but another triple falls down for Peyton Himley. Himley gets it to go. Cougars trying to fight back inside of 10. Inside the final couple minutes of the first half, Zach Frank with a good cut. We go to the second half after Cougars were down 12 at the break. A little more drive inside from Palmstein. They'd get as close as 9 in half number 2. A little too much attack and finish inside for those high-flying Cardinals. That's Henry again with the beautiful floater. Cougars, well, they got a little extra. Look at that look-off. Foul and finish for Nick Lee. Things got close there. 7-point game. Free throw to make it 6, but back on the other end. Great dish and finish. Elijah Smith kicks it to the corner for MJ Galama. And then it was the Cougars high-flying their way to the 72-55 final at the end. Cougars get the victory over Cardinals. Too much red. Cardinals get the victory over the Cougars, 72-55. Luke Clark ends up with 13, Mason Lindsay with 13, 22 for Gallimah, and Jordan Doe ends up with 17. Smith and Henry both in double figures as well. Taking a look at boys basketball standings in the Northwest Suburban Conference. Spring Lake Park, our top team with 10 victories overall, 7-5 in conference play, has them just a game off the pace of Andover. Blaine's 4-7, Centennial's 1-2 in conference play as we wind things down on the schedules this year. What do we got coming up, Blythe?
Yeah, coming up, Blaine going to take on ANOKA on the 9th, and then they're going to take on Spring Lake Park on the 11th. Centennial will head on the road to take on Elk River on the 9th, and Rogers at home on the 12th. And Spring Lake Park going to take on Rogers on the 9th at home, and on the 11th, they'll head to Blaine.
So plenty of action still to come. Certainly coming up in the show, we'll get you the links on what we're doing on North Metro TV, and our cameras aren't going to quit yet. A little quieter week. You don't have the rivalries this week, but still plenty of action to cover. And that brings us to girls basketball too, Blythe. It's a fun time of year. All of our winter sports coming to a head right now.
Yeah, exactly. The ladies also took the court, and we have the action for you. The Cardinals heading to take on the Cougars on the 4th. In the early one, we get to see Rowan Thome putting down the triple early on, but they kick it to her again, and her streak continues. Thome putting it down continually, but they get it into Geyer. Centennial makes a comeback. They're getting some points on the board as well. They get it inside. The Cardinals finding it from close range there. That was post. But Cummings gets the steal. She's doing some typical transition basketball for the Cougars. She gets it to drop and will head to the line for some more. This one heads over to Jody Anderson to drain the three from range. This one tipped off. Jody Anderson gets the steal. Again, the transition and the light touch lay-in. Anderson adds some more to her score. Geyer goes to work, but takes the kick option out to Cummings, who drains it. The Cougars continue on a run here as Geyer finds it from down low. Anderson kicks it to Cubes from range. She's put down quite a few threes as of late, and there was just another one. Geyer, the three-point play, she heads to the line. This one dished out. That's Stacy going all the way. She finds her opening and makes it rain. Stacy finds it on the defensive side as well as she kicks this one up. Centennial wins it 72-50 over Coon Rapids. Taking a look here at that game summary, Jody Anderson, 18 points, not a surprise to see her name at the top of the scoring. Jenna Geyer as well, but she got a double-double with 12 rebounds. And Camille Cummings, 15 points, doing a very solid job for her team this year. But overall, the Cougars have been playing some great basketball this season.
Few better from the Northwest Suburban. It's always fun to watch them this time of year. So let's do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again. Continuing on the Centennial girls basketball. This one here, Cubes passes it up to Geyer. Again, fast-paced transition basketball. The Cougars know that well. Geyer finding the cutting Anderson for two. The Cougars are feeling good in the early minutes, but this is Mackenzie, and she is not going to go down easy. She slices through the lane and finds a way. Cubes from three. Again, she is hot from behind the arc. Cummings with the steal, and she's going to go all the way. Coast to coast she goes. This one, they get it inside Park Center. The second half is where they start to come alive. Seydu finds a short-range jumper, and the bank may still be open, and it is. Seydu puts it down again. Park Center, just look at that scoreboard. They're coming back, 38-44, but now just a 4-point game with Mackenzie's layup there. And again, another steal. Park Center is on the comeback run, now making it just a two-point game, as they continue through. Mackenzie feeling it. She puts down the three. This one is on top for Park Center. Cougars know they had to go, and that was where Cummings came in clutch to stop that 18-0 run by Park Center. Jody Anderson helps her out, getting the layup, and she'll head to the line for the three-point play. Anderson finds Geyer. The Cougars make sure to come out on top after that stare. 69-56. Geyer 17 points, 19 rebounds. So again, a huge game for her. Sydney Cubes coming out with 16 points, 7 rebounds, and Anderson 14 points, 5 rebounds. But look at Mackenzie, 32 points as Park Center tries to come back in that one.
Valiant effort. That's two very good teams right there in the Northwest Suburban Conference every year, and they tend to meet in sectional play. Elk River, just one fewer loss. One more game played for Centennial there in the standings. Spring Lake Park sitting at 8-3. Blaine is 6-6. Plenty more girls basketball coming up too, Blaine.
Yeah, definitely. Keeping your eyes on the schedules. They'll take on ANOKA here on the 9th at 7 p.m. and then they'll head to Spring Lake Park on the 7th. The Cougars will get to have a home game here on the 9th versus Elk River, and they'll head on the road to take on Rogers. And Spring Lake Park going on the road to Rogers, and they'll take on Blaine on the 11th.
We've had a lot of fun covering Centennial Swim and Dive. Good to have our cameras out for Centennial and Blaine, and this was a good one at Northdale Middle for Centennial. Certainly, Blaine had their high points, but Centennial would win this meet. Got started well, taking the top 3 spots in the 200 medley relay. Atkinson, Shire, Larkin, and Herbrixmeyer finishing in that top spot. Yeah, you get fist pumps all around if you can take those top 3 spots. Get a lot of points right there out of the gates. Caleb Murathai gets the Blaine Bengals on the board in the very next event, winning the 200 free, but it was back to the Cougars. Liam Goulet takes the 200 individual medley well ahead of the field. Hunter Belting has been doing tremendous work this season. 50 free, he wins it for the Cougars, and they get another victory. 3 of the top 4 go, or 3 of the first 4 events go the way of the Cougars. Diving, that went to Tim Rotter of Blaine, a very impressive 206.50 for Rotter to take the top spot in the 1-meter dive for the Bengals. And again, that puts points on the board to keep things a little bit tighter in the swimming meet. Back into the pool for the swim. Belting again, the 100 fly. His time, 55.65. Just a full second better than Jace Dayton for Blaine, but it was that close. The 100 free, Liam Goulet, second place spot there after his teammate Aiden Gillen took the first. The 500 free, that was a win for Blaine. Dustin Reichert takes that one. Centennial takes the 200 free, the top 2 spots in the 200 free relay that would come up after that 500 free. Gillen, Herbrixmeyer, Goulet, and Belting, the quartet of swimmers in the 200 free that took the top spot there. Chance to sweep the relays coming up, which is always pretty key for the Cougars' success. Jace Dayton wins the 100-yard backstroke handily for Blaine. The 100-yard breaststroke, that will go back to the Cougars, and Max Shire, the finishing in this event, decided the meet. Everything else to exhibitions. The Cougars had the top time in the 400 free. That was Goulet, Gillen, Atkinson, and Belting. Cougars win it by the official total of 1:02.5 to 78.5. And you see some of those finishes. They did sweep the relay times. Again, it's just listed as third, but that 3:28.68 was the top time, 3:28.69, the top time in that 400 free. They took the medley, they took the 200 free as well. So a great meet against their rivals for the Cougars. You see some of the top spots with Murathai, as we mentioned, for the Bengals. Great diving for Tim Rotter and some good second place finishes. But again, some of those points piled up in those relays early, or that first relay specifically for the Cougars, and that set them ahead of the curve a bit, and they were able to finish off with the victory. Good seasons for all of our swim and dive teams at this point for North Metro TV. Here's what we got coming up: gymnastics, basketball. What did I say really that it was a lighter week?
Right? Yeah.
Look at all this. We'll be out there. Girls basketball, boys basketball, little boys hockey coming up as you peek ahead towards later in the week, and then section playoffs coming up. Certainly keep an eye on NorthMetroTV.com as those matchups become more clear. NorthMetroTV.com. That's what you want.
Yeah, exactly. It's just crazy that we're already at this time
Can't
of the
believe it.
year. Playoffs around the corner.
Can't believe it. We've gone from our basements to back inside the studio, which is certainly fun. And again, anywhere you are, you can visit us online and get our full schedule. Also do it via social media. You can follow both of us as well. Just rewind it. Our Twitter handles are at the beginning, I promise you. But it should be another fun week, Blythe.
Yeah, I'm excited. Definitely. When it's the end of regular season, everyone wants to kind of finish that off and go into playoffs on that right note.
And no more snow right now, so you can easily get out and support your teams. Go Bengals.
Go Cougars.
And go Panthers. Good night, everybody.